All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA Show. So what I think I'm going to call this podcast is Who's Directing Your Life? And I really want people to really think about that because I don't think a lot of people really realize, who's really in control of their life. I know they're leading their life, but who's really the one kind of calling the shots? And it sounds kind of wacky. But if you look at a lot of people's lives, or at least ones that I'm around, or people that I talk to, a lot of them are not living the life that they want to lead. It could be because of, whatever setbacks they may have had in their past, or they just may be stuck in a rut, they may be bored. And this isn't everybody. Some people that I know live extraordinary lives. They do a lot of incredible things, and they're in total control of what they're doing as far as their career, maybe even their family environment. That doesn't mean they go unscathed, where they don't have issues, divorce, kids being mad at them, their parents maybe talking to them, maybe not talking to them, loss of others, all these things. But they really, for the most part, have a really good grasp on what they're doing in their life. But a lot of other people I run into a lot of times, and then you just talk to them, and you may run into them too, or you may be one, and I've been one too, where you're kind of just, you're saying things, but it doesn't make sense a lot of times. Like a lot of times, I'll be talking to people, and they'll be like, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. And I'll literally be like, why? And usually the next thing up is money. I got to do it for more money, and I get that. Everyone wants to make more money. And then I'll be like, is that truly what you want to do? Most of the time, I don't know. Right? I don't know. That's usually something that comes up a lot, I think, with a lot of people in conversations. But back to directing your life, if you knew, you would know. Right? You'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this for more money. I'm also going to do this because of this, and I'm going to do it because of that. I think most people, a lot of people at least that I think, they're doing things because they're kind of lost, and it's kind of like a filler situation in their life. And for the most part, they're really not directing their own lives. Kind of all the environments around them are kind of directing their life. So like money in that situation is kind of directing their life. You're not in control. It's the money's telling you, you got to go do this to a certain degree, if you know what I mean. It also could be a lot of times like maybe you're in relationships. A lot of, I'll just say dudes, I think make a lot of their decisions around what, maybe getting approval from whoever they're with, or they may be looking for approval, like even in the workplace a lot of times. Who's really in control at work? Like, are you really in control of your job? Of course you're doing your job, but who's directing that to a certain degree? Is your boss? Is he kind of in control of you? Is he micromanaging you, or is he just telling you what you have to do, or are you just kind of just doing whatever needs to be done? Right? So your job is directing that, which is fine. But then when you leave your job, now who's directing your life there? Are you? Or are you letting, again, everything kind of on the outside kind of control what you're doing instead of actually taking entire control and doing whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it? I think a lot of times we kind of become a victim of society, or we become a victim of whatever environment we're in. We don't even realize this is happening. And before you know it, you kind of let everything else lead you or direct you into a position that you don't want to be in. I don't know why we do this. Because for the most part, if we're in North America, it's a free country. And here's the thing. That doesn't mean if you start taking total control of your life and directing your life, you're going to be successful. And I think that's what paralyzes a lot of people, why they don't go after things they want to go after, because they're afraid of failure, which is understandable, right? They may have even gone on their own and tried different things, trying to direct their own life and go all over the place. Let's try this. Reject, they could be getting rejected. They could be losing money. They could be losing jobs. They could be doing all these things. So they think kind of, let me just let others kind of control my atmosphere to a certain degree, or life. And you see this, let's face it, in a lot of relationships. You'll see one or the other. It could be a woman or a man, kind of the other one in control of the other. Right? And then you may even see where they have kids, where the kids are almost in control now of the other, or both, right? You kind of, I'm not saying you lose your freedom, but you're doing everything for others. Now, of course, you have to take care of your kids. It's your number one priority. And of course, whoever you're with, you want to respect them. And, you're a team now. I get that. But at the same time, are you still doing what you want to do in your life? If not, again, somebody else is in control of that. I don't know who. I don't know. It's just like I'm an independent filmmaker. So when I go on the set, if I'm directing the film, I'm in control of that atmosphere. I like that actually to a certain degree. But what's interesting with me is, I'll just say is, so I have my actors. I'm in control of setting the scene up and getting the location and putting everything together. But then I want to be surprised. I just like surprises. I don't care. Like the other day, they brought me the wrong dish. I like that. But in the case of life, a lot of times, I think we're letting kind of others direct us, and then we're looking for this surprise, maybe, or something to happen where it's going to, like, all of a sudden work itself out. Like, I'm going to win the lottery, or something is going to all of a sudden come in. Someone's going to discover me, or I'm going to have, like, good luck is going to start coming my way, or all these, kind of bullshitty things. And not that they're bad, but the truth is, back to directing your life, if you want certain things, or you want to go after certain things, you've got to be the director in your own goddamn life. Direct it. Control it. Put yourself in the atmosphere you want to be in. Put yourself around the people you want to be around. Do what you want to do. Again, that doesn't mean leave everybody else behind all the time. That's not what I'm saying, because I think there's a balance there. But you do have to realize, like, if you are not in control of your life, which I think a lot of people think they are in control, but the reality is they're not. So, anyways, I just thought I would do a quick podcast on this subject, because like I said, it's something that I just look at a lot of people's lives when I have conversations with them, and they seem, what are the reasons you're truly doing what you're doing? If I asked that question to you, if you're sitting across from me, and I said, hey, why do you work where you work? Why do you, take care of yourself the way you take care of yourself? What else do you want to truly do? They're so simple, these questions, but most people can't answer them. Sometimes in life, I realize the hardest questions to answer are the simplest. It could be as simple as saying, who are you? What do you expect out of your life? Where do you expect to be? What are you doing right now, that's going to make you happy? Or what are your, it's not like saying, hey, what are your goals? Oh, my goal is to do that. It's kind of simple. That's kind of a different type of question. But the question you might be wanting to ask yourself is truly, where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be around? And if you're not, happy within those situations to a certain degree, there's some reason or another, or for some reason or another, something is restricting you. And again, what is that? So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, just check out my website, richcelenza.com. And I'm not sure if you're watching this on YouTube, so I got a YouTube channel and some other stuff as well. So take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.